Financial independence is that magical moment when you realise that you no longer have to work for the income you need to support your desired lifestyle in retirement. You can throw back the curtains and declare, I'm not going into work today. In fact, I'm not going into work ever again. Of course, you can go into work, and there are many benefits of continuing to work: mental, physical, social, emotional, and not forgetting financial. But the key point is you don't need to. In this video, I'm sharing the 6 numbers you need to know right now and continue to monitor throughout your journey to financial independence. And they are your wealth window, your savings percentage, your global equities percentage, your retirement income needs, your retirement income gap, and your percentage of protected income. The road to financial freedom is a journey of 1,000 steps. Fortunately, the path is well trodden by millions of investors who have already reached financial independence. From their experience and our experience of helping many such clients retire successfully, we can extract the key learnings and metrics you'll need as you continue your financial journey. And it is a journey, not a destination. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. A typical working life will be 30 to 40 years, and retirement another 25 to 35 years on top of that. It's a very long time. It'll require patience, discipline, optimism, and regular reflection on where you are in the process and where you're hoping to get to. In this video, it's the practice of measuring your progress that we're delving into so that you might avoid the fate of too many unsuccessful investors, and that is discovering the unpleasant truth that they've not got enough money for them to live their ideal lifestyle in retirement when it's too late for them to do anything meaningful about it. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I'll outline the options that are available to them. Right, let's get started. While successful investors have many common traits that we can learn from, so do those who were unsuccessful in their quest. Common mistakes of those who fail are insufficient contributions, incorrect investment portfolio decisions, acting on emotion, and inadequate protection. However, perhaps the trait that leads to all of those mistakes is the failure to take stock regularly. This prevented them from making changes that could have rescued their situation, or at least made them aware that there was a choice. Do something different to achieve a different outcome, or carry on but in full knowledge of the implications of doing nothing. Like flying, financial planning is not a perfect science. The assumptions we make about the future will almost certainly be incorrect, but they're useful as our best guess of what the future might look like all the same. This knowledge requires us to be flexible, adaptive, and aware of our progress. Like flying, a successful investing journey requires constant course corrections to ensure we arrive at the correct destination. To make the right changes, we need to track the correct numbers. As the management expert Peter Drucker once said, what gets measured gets managed. By tracking the following metrics and understanding how these numbers interact, we're confident that you too can reach financial freedom. Your wealth window. Quite simply, how many months of salary payments until you hit your financial independence day. This is when working becomes optional for you. Knowing this number in months rather than years makes it feel more motivating for most people. Remember my video about the gold gradient effect? See it up here? For example, if you're 52 and you want to finish work at 60, then you've got 8 years until your financial independence day. That's only 96 months left in your wealth window. And more importantly, 96 salary payments to build up all the money you need to be able to support your ideal lifestyle in retirement. Next is your savings percentage. What percentage of your take-home pay are you investing for your financial future? The more you can put away, the faster you can retire. Additionally, by putting away more, you'll learn to live on less. Successful investors routinely save more than 20% of their income. The aim is to increase this percentage over time and by more than the rate of inflation. As an aside, inflation is the silent destroyer of all our chances of a successful retirement. It'll be the single biggest risk we face, and we should ignore it at our peril. Now, third is the percentage of your investments that are in global equities, also known as owning shares in the great companies of the world. Using history as our guide, equities provide the best long-term returns. Ideally, you want to try and continually overcome your emotions and aim to increase your allocation to global equities over time. The next metric is your retirement income needs. How much monthly income after tax will you require in retirement to live comfortably? This will depend on your lifestyle and aspirations. Understanding this number is fundamental to working out when you'll be financially independent. Now, here in the UK, the Pension and Lifetime Savings Association, the PLSA, have developed the retirement living standards to help create a picture of what kind of lifestyle we could have in retirement. They categorise retirement lifestyles into 3 types: minimum, moderate and comfortable, and they provide numbers for both couples and people living on their own for the UK, and also for those living in London and the South East, where things are typically more expensive. A moderate retirement for a couple not in London or the South East, they estimate would cost £29,100. Given that the flat rate state pension will currently only cover about £11,500 each, there's an annual shortfall of over £6,000 per annum. For a comfortable retirement outside London, it rises to £47,500, with the average pension pot in the UK for people aged between 55 and 64 being £107,300. You don't need to be Carol Vorderman to work out that finances in retirement might not turn out as was hoped for. The penultimate number to track is your retirement income shortfall, simply the difference between what you will need and what your current expected retirement income will be from all sources. This is the gap your investment portfolio will need to fill. You, or if you work with one, your advisor, will be able to help you understand how big your portfolio will need to be to plug this shortfall. And finally, what percentage of your income is protected? This is what disability and life insurance is for. We all think we're invincible, but this is a serious topic. Too many people insure their phones, but not their income. Not only does your income enable you to meet your standard of living today, it's also the source of funds for you to make provision for your financial independence in the future. And if you're not around to enjoy it, then that's one thing, but your partners and dependents might have been relying on your income for their financial future, so get it insured. From my experience, I know that the more you know about your finances, the faster you can progress towards financial freedom. I'd encourage you to develop a system for keeping track of your progress across all the areas that I've mentioned: your wealth window, your savings percentage, your global equities percentage, your retirement income needs, your retirement income gap, and your percentage of protected income. Above all, knowing the truth about your situation gives you greater agency over the course of your financial future. Some people let life happen to them, and some people shape their financial future to their exact requirements. I'd urge you to aspire to the latter. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video I'd share what you can do if you find that what you've got isn't going to be enough for the retirement you had in mind. Well, firstly, well done for making it this far in the video. And secondly, just a reminder that we're looking to grow this channel so more people like you can find our stuff on YouTube. So if you found this video useful, it'd be very much appreciated if you could hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on our next one. And here are the options available to you. You could save more now, and that's either by spending less or earning more, or ideally both. You could spend less in retirement. You could take more investment risks so that you benefit from increased investment growth over the long run. You could retire later. This is a double whammy because you're able to fund your retirement for longer, and you have fewer years where you're drawing money out of your retirement fund. And there's always the option of doing nothing and simply accepting that your retirement will be less than ideal. Of course, all this goes away if you die sooner, and I include that here flippantly. It's not really an option, but it does fall very firmly into the just because nothing bad happened doesn't mean it was a good idea camp. And on that cheery note, all that remains for me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.